to another 5th grade best practices video. You will get an idea of what you could see and hear in classrooms during this unit of study. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Will you see all of these during this unit? The emphasis with the benchmarks is on estimation, using models, and place value knowledge. So that would include students using base 10 blocks, grids, area models, and their place value knowledge. Now, some students may figure out how to use the standard algorithm, since students should be looking at patterns. For example, when you multiply tenths by tenths, the product's in the hundredths, but using the standard algorithm is not an expectation of the best benchmarks until 6th grade. For this unit on multiplying decimals, there are 2 key learning goals related to the 2 benchmarks for this unit. These key learning goals are from the STEMscopes parent letter. For the first one, notice the use of the word exploring. Students are building their understanding of multiplying multi-digit numbers with decimals to the hundredths, and they are using estimation, rounding, place value, area models, and partial products. They are also multiplying a multi-digit number with decimals to the tenths by 1/10 and 1/100th, focusing on place value. So what should we see in the classroom to help students achieve these goals? Here are some STEMscopes resources you could see. Students exploring multiplying decimals using base 10 blocks, area models, and estimation. When estimating, you could see students using a grid, number line, or place value understanding. When multiplying by 1/10 or 1/100th, you could see students going back again to models with base 10 blocks or drawings of base 10 blocks and using that place value understanding to get a precise answer. This could show MTRs, or mathematical thinking and reasoning standards, 1, 2, 5, 6, or 7. While students are building their own understanding throughout this unit, the teacher or students could be asking questions like these STEMscopes Math Chat questions. Questions like these get students to think deeper about the numbers they are working with. For example, they could get students talking about how the size of one of the factors affects the product. Like, if they're multiplying by a number that's close to 5/10, then they'll know that their product will be roughly half of what they started with. Or discussing with their classmates their observations that their product gets smaller when they multiply by a number less than 1. This could be an example of MTR 4, since students are engaging in a discussion to reflect on their thinking and the thinking of their classmates, or MTR 5, since they're looking for patterns to understand multiplying by decimals. This list shows some of the vocabulary words we should hear teachers and students using throughout this unit. And the list is from the STEMscopes parent letter. Since this unit has to do with multiplying decimals, these words can help students be more specific when explaining their thinking. Throughout the unit of study, we should see multiple opportunities for students to show their understanding of the content. For example, we should see students showing their work during the Explorers, or they could be following up with the Show What You Know activity. We could even see students playing one of the STEMscopes interactive games, since they are practicing multiplying decimals. These activities will give the teacher opportunities to informally assess the student's understanding, and they could be examples of MTRs 1, 2, 3, and 6. Here are 2 questions that teachers, administrators, or parents could ask of the students to gauge their understanding. These came from the benchmark or standard pages on SmartSmarts. Students' explanations could demonstrate MTR 1, 2, or 6. Since they're not only finding exact products, but also reasoning through the multiplication. We want students to continue their learning at home. These are 2 activities from the tic-tac-toe board on the STEMscopes parent letter. For the first activity, called Rolling Products, students are rolling dice with an adult at home to make a decimal number, then multiplying it by 1/10 or 1/100th. For the second activity, students are filling in a Math Mad Lib and using the information to work out a decimal multiplication problem. These both could show MTRs 1 and 7, since students are participating in effortful learning and connecting it to the real world. Hopefully you've seen that this unit is all about students using models, estimation, and place value to reason through the size of the decimal numbers and explore the patterns with place value to find products of decimals. See you next time.